Hello, superstars. How are we doing? I hope we're tapping into our Akashic field and we're really doing the groundwork and we're doing the self-work and we're beginning to evaluate, but not just evaluate, but to act in order to get to where we're destined to be. Now, I want you to go and understand this. We're going to be tapping into collective energy. And if we do the groundwork, we can begin to do this thing collectively. And I know you know what collective means. As you can see, this group of young men, right? They are, collectively doing what we call supporting each other on a mission, whatever the mission is. It may be simple, it may be complex, but they're actually in a mood of supporting each other on the mission. Now, when we talk about collective energy, what are we really going to be talking about? We're going to be talking a lot about energy hygiene. We're going to be talking about, how we establish the collective energetics, integration and real life transformation, leading with high energy, practicing group manifestation, because this is a collective effort. And we're really going to be talking about vibrating and how your vibration influences others, because it truly does. All right. So one of the first thing we want to tap into is, what is the collective field? Initially we spoke about the Akashic field in our previous lesson, which is really about you, right? You and the whole multidimensional aspects coming together for the one desire that you actually have, or the multiple desires that you have, but they're all in alignment. Now, the collective field is now just slightly different because it's not just you anymore. It's you with others, right? It could be your family, it could be friends, whomever, but it's now a collective field because each one help one, or each one need one, right? So each person basically within this field, which is the energy within the atmosphere. They always said that, teamwork makes the dream work. Why? Collective field, because this is even fundamental, even in the Bible, where it tells you where two or three are gathered touching anything, it shall be done. Because people have to begin to understand that there is a collective field. When you're married and you come together, that's a collective field. You now have connection with emotion, thoughts, expectation, energy. Now you're in a combining field. It's no longer just you, but it's you with the other individuals within this field. So that's the collective field. It's really where we are with other people on this mission, and we're aligning our emotions, we're aligning our thoughts, we're aligning our expectations, we're aligning our energy to make this collective field powerful for manifestation to become effortless. So remember, emotions, thoughts, expectations, energy, they all have to align. I call them the 3ET. 3E, emotion, expectation, energy, and the T, thoughts, right? They must align. Now, how does your vibration influence others? It influences others in a big way. And that is why, if you're really not operating at a great frequency, other people can begin to feel it, right? You can change the entire atmosphere when you're not vibrating the right way. Your energy will send a signal, right? So you have to understand that you influence others by coherence, emotional regulation, expectation, and intentional presence. Your impact is great on many other people, whether they say it or not. And that is why you have to begin to be in a place where you check yourself before you wreck yourself and those around you. Because guess what? Vibration is contagious, right? They tell you you are the average of what? The 5 people you are around, because your vibration, your energy must be aligned. And when you're in an when you're in a collective field and you've got powerful people dominating, you wanna lean on them so that the energy rubs off on you. So that and that's why communities are really powerful, because it's a collective field. And a lot of people think, oh, this thing is, just a money-making business. A community is a collective field, because a lot of times we don't have the right systems or the right frame of mind to begin to manifest the things that we truly want to, and we need help doing it, right? So now we need a force to reckon with. Sometimes that force comes through a community, right? Rather than you sitting by yourself and bottling all your feelings and not understanding that, listen, each one help one on this mission, on this journey. We support each other on the journey so that everything begins to fall in place much better. So your vibration is very important within the collective field, because others will begin to find your signal, and it sends off airwaves. So if it's not at the right vibration, we're going to catch it. And we don't want to catch it. We want to catch it only if it's good. So I want you to begin to really think about, your relationships, your family, your work life, all these lovely things that you've got relationships in. I want you to begin to evaluate your influence in these relationships. I want you to begin to think about your emotional regulation. Was it at a right place that you were able to check yourself if it wasn't, right? What are your expectations within these environments? Are you being intentional about your presence, right? If there's one thing about me, I'm very intentional about my presence, and I do believe in great impact, each one help one. And if it is that, even if it's a word that I can give to you so that you can take it and run with, then by all means, right? So line up in accordance to the desires of your heart. Influence is power. So we have what we call group manifestation, and there must be some principles that you follow if you're going to be doing this with your partner, if you're going to be doing this with anybody, family members, friends, as long as it's a collective field, right? So shared intention. You must have the same intention. It has to be the same intention. It has to align. Emotional harmony, you've got to be connected. Emotional, you've got to be on that same level of frequency. Clear leadership, where you've got the capacity to lead, right? Because if you can't lead, ain't nobody going to follow, right? Anchoring gratitude. You have to be in a place where you are grateful, and it's really significant for gratitude to be eminent within this space, right? And of course, your frequency will be at the synchronization phase, where it will, begin to spread in the atmosphere, and everything will begin to connect on a multi-dimensional level within this collective field. So mentally, you guys will be there together. Spiritually, you'll be there together. Emotionally, you'll be there together. Physically, your actions will begin to mirror the internal structures of emotional, spiritual, and mental faculties. You have to begin to understand that your influence makes a difference. So be mindful of the influence that you put on the table, and make it positive. Make it one to remember. Make it one that has a long-lasting signature that can begin to make your legacy and your name and your personal brand a great one. So fundamentally, group manifestation principles must be, the fundamental part of the collective field, right? Where you have these things all in alignment, and you can act in a powerful way together. So we've got energy hygiene. I know probably you've never heard of that. You know, just regular body hygiene. But guess what? You've got to check your energy, guys. You've got to check it. Your energy has hygiene, and it can stink. It can stink. Check yourself before you wreck yourself and wreck others around you when it comes on to your energy, right? So detaching from others' emotions, you can't let people's emotions weigh on you all day, all year, all month. Detach from it, right? Detach from it. This was a fundamental thing that I had to learn when I just started live trading. I had to learn how to detach from other people's emotions. And it was hard because I'm human and I want to see people win. But I had to learn how to detach myself from other people's emotions because it will weigh on you. It will weigh on you, right? You have to understand how to clear your energy daily, whether it's just, being still, tapping into some meditation, some breath work, some somatic release. You've got to clear the day. You've got to clear the energy each day. Start each day anew. No negativity, nothing about yesterday. Let's move forward with a clean heart, a clean mind, and a clean spirit to tackle what's ahead, right? Staying sovereign, understanding that, listen, you're at a place of prosperity, you're at a place of peace, you're at a place of provision, but you've got to be in that lane of staying sovereign and understanding who the creator is. Be humble, knowing that he will make a way, but you also have to express gratitude all the way, right? Releasing entanglements and entitlements, understanding that this is a journey and it's unique to you, but you have to understand that your energy must be in the right place. Right? So check your energy. It's very important. Now, you've got a little exercise called collective coherence, which is a guided visualization. And you can do this with your partner, whoever your partner is. I want you to begin to hold a gentle intention together. Right? I'll give you a minute to grab your partner so that you can come and do this thing together. Right? 1 minute has passed. Pause it and come back, guys. All right. So I want you to begin to hold a joint intention together. What are you two believing for? What are you believing about? Right? Write it down or hold it in a piece of paper, each of you. Right? Say it out aloud. If you don't have a pen and a paper, say it aloud. What it is that you're believing for. Right? Amplify gratitude because it's already here. Amplify gratitude because it's already here. Both of you begin to express thanks for the thing that you've just told the intention about. And then begin to release expectations. Release expectation in terms of, time, money, quality, whatever it is. What are your expectations about the intention that you just held? Make a note of them. And I want you to begin to do this every single day, right? Amplifying gratitude for the desires that you hold jointly. Releasing expectations for the desires that you hold jointly. And understand that you're in the process of elevating together. It is a collective coherence. It's a collective field where each one help one. Your energy comes together and it's more powerful than just your energy within your own quantum field. It's a collective energy, which means that the force is way powerful. So use the power that God has given to you to begin to hold that joint intention. Amplify gratitude because it's already done, and release the expectations, knowing that it will come to pass. It's already done, right? So I want you to begin to meet your desires together within this collective field. As I said, this is fundamentally great for partners, people who are married. Begin to be in a place where you tap into your energy and align the desires of your heart together. Now, it does not have to be just if you're married. It can be if you're having friendships. It can be just regular family members or acquaintances that you want to connect with, whomever they are. Begin to tap into your collective field together, touching the desires. And remember, you've got to have shared intention. You've got to have emotional activation and intelligence within all of this, and tap into the gratitude aspect, releasing your expectations, believing and knowing that it's already done. It's already done. And I want you to begin to give God thanks because it's already done. I'll see you in the next and final module.